The silence of the office. A silent scream. I was no longer the predator. I was the hunted. The truth hurt. More than any shot. My father, who I thought was dead, he was alive. Alice, my sister. She was the traitor. She used the bride. He used me as a pawn. And the musician was her salvation. The hunt was not about honor. It was a cold revenge, a revenge to destroy me. I needed to change the game. Fast. The only way out was theirs. Hope. I needed to find them before it was too late. The plan was to rewrite history. In the dead of night, I left the house. The world I controlled seemed hostile. I was a ghost. I didn't know where to go or who to trust. I lost sight of them, near the border. But a part of me knew they would come back. They were the bait. The bait always comes back. Meanwhile, the bride and I. We were alone, the days in the cabin, a mirage, an island of peace before the storm. There were only two of us, in a dangerous world, but his promise. It gave me strength. The night we got caught, by surprise, the sound of boots, the lights of the cars, fear consumed me, but I trusted him. Machine translated, protected me, got me out of there. But the terror in his eyes, it broke me. It's not your concern anymore, he had said, but my concern was his future. I didn't have it anymore. I had nothing. My life in the mansion was a prison, and now a real cell, alone. But her ticket in my hand, the kiss, they were tests. It wasn't the end. I had to find the truth. I needed to fight for her, for us. A clock began to tick. It wasn't a normal sound. It was a melody, the melody of the song he played. My heart raced with the news. It was a recording coming from somewhere. I looked for the source of the sound. In the dark, behind a painting, a small hole, and inside, a tiny recorder. Someone was listening to me. Someone saw me. All the time. They put me here, or they locked me up here. The recording played, a woman's voice. You don't know what you've gotten yourself into, she said. But it was Alice's voice, the soldier's sister, the traitor. That was a game. And the musician and I were pawns. The only thing that mattered, it was the escape, the military man in his cell. Machine translated by Google I was losing my mind. It was no longer the man who controlled. He was a prisoner, like me. Your only hope. It was the freedom I had. He knew I was a piece of work, but I didn't know what. He cheated on me. I betrayed him back. A key fell into my cell. The relief. But the fear of a new trap. He held me. The guard who freed me. It would disappear into the darkness. I ran. But the dread of being seen consumed me. I needed to find her. The bride. I had to tell the truth for her. She was the only one. That could help me. I got lost in alleys, running away from myself. But the sound of my music. He called me, an echoing melody. From a street, a melody from a music box. I didn't have the courage to go. But it was the only clue. The music box was in an alley, with the symbol of my family. That didn't make sense. I knew. That was a trap. But curiosity, it was stronger. When I approached, the lid opened. Inside, a single ticket. Come find me. There is no time. The handwriting was the bride's, but the trap was visible. I decided to go. Danger was the only way out. Machine translated by Google as he approached, from the meeting point. I was in a dark alley, alone. The air was cold. Fear consumed me. The military would find me, I knew, at every step. I thought it was the end, but suddenly a shadow pulled me in, a hand over my mouth, a voice in my ear. Be silent. He's nearby. It was the guard who freed the musician. But he was dead. The military man had told me. That man was the only one. that I could trust. He took me to an underground room, a hiding place made for him and the bride. But why was he helping me? He looked me in the eyes. No fear. I was never loyal to him. I was loyal to your father. The revelation shocked me. More than anything, the hunt wasn't about me. It was about him. I was the reward, not the pawn. The musician, on the other hand, I was blind. He arrived at the meeting place. The music box was playing. And the bride was not there. But a figure came out of the darkness. It was the military man, with a look of despair. "I don't want to hurt you," he said. "I want to help you." The musician froze. He didn't trust him, but something in his voice. It made him hesitate. Machine translated by Google, they betrayed us, both, my father and my sister. The musician was in shock. It was the last thing, what I expected, but he still had the ticket of the bride. He needed to protect her, or maybe he has lost her, as the two confronted each other. I was in hiding. The guard gave me an outfit, a wig. "I need a map," I whispered, "to the only safe place." The guard gave me a map of a house near the sea. It was a house belonging to my mother's family. "Your family can protect you," he said. "But you need to be cautious." I realized he was my only ally. He gave me his hand to help me out. "You have to go alone. I am the risk." I hugged him. "Thank you for your gesture." He saved me. But why? I needed to understand what was happening. Meanwhile, the two men, they confronted each other. "Where is she?" the musician asked. "I don't know." "I lost her," the soldier said. The musician pushed him. Despair overcame him. "You hurt her." "I know so." The soldier laughed, a bitter laugh. "I wouldn't hurt her. I love her." The musician felt in a spider's web. Machine. Translated by Google, I didn't know what was real, which was a lie. The soldier approached, his soft voice. "We have to work together to find her." The musician refused. "I'll go alone." "You can't. I know where they are." "Who are they?" the musician asked. "My father and my sister. And they want you." The musician felt a shiver in the spine. He was not the hero. It was the target. They started walking together, with caution, two enemies, united by one goal: find the bride and the truth. Meanwhile, I walked on the road. The night was dark, the sounds of the distant city. I wasn't afraid, but an emergency. The map in my hand was shaking. I needed to get there, at my family's house. The military man didn't know about it. He was blind. For revenge, didn't notice that I was alive. He thought I was the secret, but I was the reward. Night became day, but the danger remained. I arrived at the house, an old house, full of history, a place that reminded me, my mom. Suddenly a surprise. He was waiting for me. A woman with white hair, machine translated by Google, and blue eyes. She looked at me. A smile filled his face. "I knew you would come. Your mother told me." I hugged her, crying with relief. "You have to go, before he finds you." But she wasn't talking. From the military, I was talking about my father. The ground opened up under my feet. The bride and I, on a new hunt. The hunt had nothing to do with it, with the military. It was between the musician and me, by power. He didn't know what was happening. I needed to find him and warn him. The soldier took me to a cafe. He apologized to me for my cell. "I didn't want you to suffer," he said. But the musician was already suffering. I couldn't trust him, or could it? The bride gave me a look of supplication. "You need to go before it's too late." I came out of hiding. I ran through the streets, the map in my hand, my only salvation. I didn't want to leave him, but I needed it. My life was at risk, and his too. The sound of boots made me stop. The military man saw me. The musician saw me. They were close. To find myself, I hid in a store of antiques. Machine translated by Google. We have to find her, the military man said. I know. But I don't trust you. The musician felt it. That was being used. He was not the hero. He was the accomplice. I watched the scene from inside the store. The military man wanted the bride. But for what? Protect or take revenge? I couldn't risk it. I ran away again. The musician was with the soldier, with a gun. Where is she? He demanded. I don't know. I swear I don't know. The soldier tried to convince him. My sister kidnapped her, to use me. The musician was in shock. He didn't know what to think. He trusted the bride, but she disappeared. The military man said, the bride. It was a play for your family to have the power. The musician panicked. He had lost her, and the military was his only hope. But he knew he was dangerous. Night fell. They were in a bar where the musician's story, it had begun. The musician was drinking, the military man watching him. I need a plan, the musician said. I have one, the soldier replied. I know where they are, in my father's house. The musician laughed, a laugh without happiness. You wouldn't cheat on me again? Machine translated by Google. No, I need you. To save us. The musician nodded. I had no more choices. I was on the road, running. The old house, my only salvation. But the military man was going there. Also, and he didn't know, that I was alive. I had to get there before him. I felt like I was in a race, against time. But danger was ahead of me. I saw a car stopped. On the road, no one inside. The open door, I approached, with caution. The car belonged to the military man, he and the musician. They were nearby. I hid, behind a tree, and I heard them arguing. Where is she? Where did you hide it? I don't know. I swear I don't know. The soldier said that his sister, he hid it, to use against him, his revenge. The musician was scared and desperate. I'm going to kill you, if she's not there. The soldier laughed, a humorless laugh. It's not you who's going to kill me. It's my father. The musician was in shock. I didn't understand anything. They kept walking, towards the house. I needed to do something. But what? I ran behind the trees, in a hurry. The old house, it looked like a lighthouse, a beacon of hope and fear. I entered through the back door, in silence. Inside, I heard voices, the voice of my family, a man's voice, my father's voice. He wasn't dead. The bride was right. He was alive, and he was my enemy. I hid in a room, listening. The plan was to use me against the military, to destroy me. He would destroy the bride. I was no longer the reward. It was the bait. I needed to stop the military, and... The musician, they were coming. They were in danger. I ran outside, but my father saw me. Where are you going? You're mine now. I ran to the door, but he closed it. You can't stop me. I am free, he laughed. A cold laugh. No, you are my daughter. You obey me. I felt trapped. Again. The military man and the musician. They arrived at the house. They saw the soldier's car and the bride's car. The soldier smiled. I told you. She's here. The musician stared at him. I didn't trust him. They entered. The house, with caution. The sound of my voice. He led them into the room. Inside, I was straight ahead. To my father. I loved you, but you betrayed me, he said. I didn't cheat on you. I saved you. The military man and the musician. They heard the conversation. She's here, the musician shouted. My father smiled. He was waiting. That's why. Welcome to my trap. The musician ran to hug me, but the soldier held him back. No, this is dangerous. It's a trap. The musician didn't hear him. He wanted me. He freed himself from the military. He ran to me. But suddenly, a shadow pulled me. It was Alice, the soldier's sister. She held me with a knife to the neck. "Don't move, or she dies." The musician froze. Machine translated by Google. The soldier froze. My father smiled, satisfied. His plan, it had worked. He had both men that he hated, and he had me. The final reward. The musician was desperate, trying to save myself, but the soldier approached with caution. "Alice, let her go. She's my fiancée." She laughed, a cold laugh. "She's not yours. She's mine, and my father's." The musician looked at me, a look of hope. I stared back at him. Trust in me. He didn't know what I was planning. He just knew I needed to save myself. The soldier approached with a plan. I knew I couldn't fight. I had to act. He whispered to the musician. "Follow my signal." The musician nodded. Time was running out. The soldier turned around, and he spoke to his father. "I am your son. You're not going to kill me." "No, I'm not going to kill you. I will destroy you." The soldier turned to Alice. "You are my sister. You will not betray me." She laughed. The knife trembled in your hand. The musician saw the opportunity. He ran, tried to save me. Machine translated by Google, but the knife was close. The military man acted. He shot a shot that echoed all over the house. The musician stopped. Alice stopped. They looked for the military. But he didn't shoot Alice. He shot himself. His body fell on the floor, Alice and the musician. They shouted. My father approached, satisfied. He was always weak, and now he's dead. The musician knelt down. Despair overcame him. He was not the hero. It was the witness. The sound of my voice made him stop. He's not dead. He's alive. The musician looked at me without understanding. The soldier on the ground. It started to move, the blood on his shirt. It was fake. It was his plan, a staging to save me. He had to die. He had to show me who trusted me. The soldier was standing, smiling. He looked at me, a look of relief. "I told you, I want to save you." The musician and I. We looked at each other. That man saved us. But for what? He had us in his hands. Machine translated by Google. Alice released me, angrily, and shock. My father was in a panic. His plan had failed. He had revealed the truth. The soldier approached his father. "You used me. You betrayed me." My father defended himself. "No, I love you." But the soldier didn't believe it. He turned to the musician. "And for me, let's go. They won't stop us." The musician and I ran to the door. Alice and my father were shocked. They looked at us, a look of hate. The military saved us, but for what? I didn't trust him, not even in the musician. I didn't trust anyone. The plan was to leave, but the destination was uncertain. I didn't want to run away anymore. I wanted to fight. I wanted the truth, but my life, it was at risk. I looked at the musician. He was my hope. He looked at me, a look of fear. "They will find us. We have to go." The military man took us. "For your car. I told you to come in a hurry." We went in with fear and with hope. The military man took us away from the house, the silence in the car. It was heavy. We didn't know who to trust. Machine translated by Google. The military saved us. But for what? Protect or imprison again? I looked at the musician. In panic. I didn't know what was going on. Lost in a web of lies and the military. It was the center of everything. "Where are we going?" the musician asked. "To a safe place, where they can't find you." The military man took us to a house in the country, old, full of dust and cobwebs. He opened the door. He made us come in. This is our new hideout. The musician and I. We looked at each other. We no longer had control of our lives. The soldier approached. His soft voice. I loved you. But you betrayed me. He wasn't talking to me. I was talking to the musician. The musician was in shock. What are you saying? I know you used me to betray me. The musician stared at him. I don't know you. No? I am the man who saved you. The soldier smiled. A shadow filled his eyes. The musician and I, with panic. He didn't save us. He had us in his hands. He was the real enemy. The musician tried to escape, but he held him. There is nowhere to go. You are with me. Machine translated. By Google, I tried to help him, but the soldier pushed me. She is my reward. She will obey me, the musician shouted. She's not yours. The soldier laughed, a humorless laugh. No, she's mine, and I'm going to kill you. He pulled out a knife. The musician shouted. I felt trapped. The soldier was not the hero, it was the monster, and I had my own destiny. I threw myself on top of the soldier, angry. He pushed me, but the musician attacked him. The two began to fight. Got up, I ran outside. I didn't want to run away anymore, I wanted to fight. I wanted the truth. I saw a car stopped on the road, a woman at the wheel. It was Alice, the soldier's sister. She looked at me, a look of supplication. I didn't cheat on you. I saved you. I didn't trust her. I knew it was a lie. Between, I'll take you away. I protect you. I hesitated. The musician was struggling, but the soldier was in a panic. I wasn't fighting. I was begging. I didn't mean to hurt you. I love you. The musician stared at him, a look of anger. Machine translated by Google. You used me. You betrayed me. The soldier fell to the ground, crying. The musician approached with caution. Where is she? Where did... You hide it? The soldier laughed, a humorless laugh. She's here, and she's mine now. He stood up. He looked at me. I didn't trust in neither. Alice looked at me, a look of supplication. I love you, and I will save you. I didn't know who to trust. The musician was scared, the angry military man, and I was. With the truth. I approached Alice. What do you know? That I don't know? I know you're a piece of work, and I'm the player. She opened the car door. Let's go. They won't stop us. I went in, but I didn't trust her. The musician and the military man. They looked at each other. With shock, their plan, I had failed. And mine, it had begun. Alice started the car. Where are we going? To the only place that they can't go. I turned around. I saw the two men. Alone. Machine translated by Google in the darkness. The soldier had lost everything. The musician had lost me. I didn't trust Alice, but I needed her to find out the truth, to get revenge. The car continued in the night, and I knew my life had changed forever, but the feeling of relief, it dissipated. It was dark, the bride was beside me, and I didn't trust her. Her eyes sparkled. In the dark, you thought this was the end? She asked. His voice was cold. I felt panicked. She wasn't the bride I knew. She was a player, and I was his piece. The car stopped. In a dense forest, a house with the lights on. Are you at home? She said. I don't have a home, I said. You have. Your whole life. It was a preparation. The military man and the musician. They looked at each other, alone on the road. The car was gone, like a ghost. What did you do? The musician asked. I don't know, the military man said. He was in a panic. He had lost everything. The musician felt used, on both sides. Machine translated by Google. I need the truth. he said. "We will find her," the military man said, angry. He was no longer the military man. He was the broken man. By your own game. They started walking. In the darkness of the forest, the musician wanted his fiancée back. The soldier wanted revenge and me. In the house in the forest, I didn't know what to expect. The bride gave me a look. "You have to go to your destiny. You are the pawn of a war. They'll find us. We have to go." The soldier took us to his car. He told us to come in. Hurry up. We entered, with fear and with hope. The soldier took us away from the house. The silence in the car was heavy. We didn't know who to trust. The military saved us. But for what? Did he want to protect me or imprison me again? I looked at the musician. He was panicking. I didn't know what was going on. He was lost in a web of lies, and the military was the center of everything. "Where are we going?" the musician asked. "To a safe place. A place where they can't find you." The soldier took us to a house in the countryside, an old house full of dust and cobwebs. He opened the door and let us in. "This is our new hideout." The musician and I looked at each other. We no longer had control over our lives. The soldier approached, his voice soft. "I loved you, but you betrayed me." He wasn't talking to me. He was talking to the musician. The musician was in shock. "What are you saying?" "I know you used me to betray me." The musician stared at him. "I don't know you." "No, I am the man who saved you." The soldier smiled, and a shadow filled his eyes. The musician and I looked at each other, panicked. He didn't save us. He had us in his hands. He was the real enemy. The musician tried to run away, but he held him back. "There is nowhere to go. You are with me." I tried to help him, but the soldier pushed me away. "She is my reward. She will obey me." The musician shouted, "She's not yours." The soldier laughed, a humorless laugh. "No, she's mine, and I will kill you." He pulled out a knife. The musician shouted. I felt trapped. The soldier was not the hero. It was the monster, and I had my own destiny. I threw myself at the soldier, angry. He pushed me, but the musician attacked him. The two began to fight. I got up and ran out of the house. I didn't want to run away anymore. I wanted to fight. I wanted the truth. I saw a car stopped on the road. A woman was at the wheel. It was Alice, the soldier's sister. She looked at me and with a pleading look. I didn't cheat. On you, I saved you. I didn't trust her. I knew it was a lie. Between. I'll take you far away. I protect you. I hesitated. The musician was struggling, but the soldier was in a panic. He wasn't fighting. He was begging. I didn't mean to hurt you. I love you. The musician stared at him, and a look of anger. You used me. You betrayed me. The soldier fell to the ground, crying. The musician approached him cautiously. Where is she? Where did you hide it? The soldier laughed, a humorless laugh. She's here, and she's mine now. He stood up and looked at me, and I didn't trust either of them. Alice looked at me, and with a pleading look, I love you, and I will save you. I didn't know who to trust. The musician was scared, the soldier was angry, and I was with the truth. I approached Alice. What do you know that I don't? I know you're a piece of work, and I'm the player. She opened the car door. Let's go. They won't stop us. I went in, but I didn't trust her. The musician and the soldier looked at each other in shock. Their plan had failed, and mine had begun. Alice started the car. Where are we going? To the one place they can't go. I turned around and saw the two men. They were alone, in the darkness. The soldier had lost everything. The musician had lost me. I didn't trust Alice, but I needed her to find out the truth, to get revenge. The car continued into the night. Machine translated by Google, and I knew my life had changed forever. But the feeling of relief dissipated. The road was dark. The bride was beside me, and I didn't trust her. Her eyes glowed in the dark. "Thought this was the end?" she asked. His voice was cold. I felt panicked. She wasn't the bride I knew. She was a player, and I was his piece. The car stopped in a dense forest, a house with the lights on. "You're home," she said. "I don't have a home," I said. "You have." His whole life was a preparation. The soldier and the musician looked at each other, alone on the road. The car had disappeared like a ghost. "What did you do?" the musician asked. "I don't know," the military man said. He was in a panic. I had lost everything. The musician felt used by both sides. "I need the truth," he said. "We will find her," the soldier said, angrily. He was no longer the soldier. He was the broken man. "By your own game." They began walking into the darkness of the forest. The musician wanted his fiancée back. The soldier wanted revenge. And I, in the house in the forest, didn't know what awaited me. The bride gave me a look. "You have to go. To your destiny. You are the pawn of a war." I didn't understand. The door opened, and a tall man in a suit was waiting for me. It wasn't my father. He was my brother. He looked at me with eyes I'd never seen before. Eyes full of sadness and revenge. "Welcome back, sister." The bride cheated on me. Alice saved me. Machine translated by Google. I was the piece, but I was the player. The musician used me. The military man saved me. And now, my brother was waiting for me. And he had the truth. A truth I didn't know. A truth that would change everything. The military man and the musician. They ran in the darkness. The bride was nearby, waiting for them. She wanted them. For your own plan. But the plan was her family's, not hers. The soldier felt it was the end. He could no longer fight. He had to surrender. But the musician held him back. "No, we have to fight. We have to find her." The soldier nodded. He had no more choices. The two men who hated each other, they became allies to fight an enemy that they didn't know who he was. I, in the house, was in shock. My brother looked at me. "I love you, but I betrayed you," he said. The bride laughed. "The trap wasn't for you, it was for the military. And the musician, I was lost." My brother looked at me sadly. "I didn't want you in the middle of this. But now, you are the key." I didn't know what he meant, but the bride looked at me with hate. Her family used me, and now I will destroy her. I didn't understand what was happening, but my brother held me back. "We have to fight for our lives." I nodded. I had no more choices. Continued in the next episode.